Sweet. You look beautiful in white. Hard to admit. One game and then Lego. Problema. Oh shit, we're gonna go sick. Notes. Why I get notes? You look beautiful in white. JR.
Grandeur. Gas.
God damn.
Arena. Cyclops.
alphabet soup. Can you? Cortona. Hey Cortona. Can you read?
Rock.
Can you read this one? Cortona. Cortona. Can you read?
Cha-cha. Toe. Argus.
The Google search homepage. Donisel/Alamy stock photo. Science and statistics don't hold all the answers. Managers must rely on their gut on the basis of intuition, experience, instinct, and personal insight. Learning objectives. After reading this chapter,
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
5 to 1 describe the nature of management and identify the
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
Process.
Smash them.
5 to 2
All troops deployed.
Organization by level and area.
I am the lone
5
shadow.
to 3 describe the basic roles and skills required of managers. 5 to 4 an effective goal setting in organizational success. 5 to 5 discuss contingency planning and crisis management in today's
I've seen the
business
moon
world.
went dark, and the
5 to
dreadful
6
darkness
describe
followed.
development and explain the importance of corporate culture. Alphabet soup. Sergey Brin and Larry
The new
Page
moon
chose the name
will
Alphabet
always
for their new
rise.
company because they felt that it held a dual meaning, both in the collection of the investment term alpha.
I am the
returns and
lone
benchmark.
shadow.
The two met at Stanford University in 1995, where they were graduate students in computer science. At the time,
Honors.
they
PL.
software designed to create an index of websites and scouts.
The new moon will
When they were
always
satisfied
rise.
that they developed something with commercial value, they tried to license the technology to other search engines.
Request backup.
As luck would have it, they couldn't
I've
find
seen the
buyer.
moon went dark, and the dreadful darkness followed.
In 2000, Brin and Page ran
Hope
across the description
is
of a
our
business
deepest
model based on
bond.
the concept of self-advertising in the form of sponsored links and search ads. They adapted it to their own concept and went into business for themselves. Eventually,
I've
building
seen
the
the
world's
moon went dark,
largest search
and the dreadful Turtle darkness resurrecting followed. soon.
Ambitions
By
and
the end of
innovations.
2016, they had purchased over 200
I am the
companies,
lone
such as
shadow.
Android, YouTube, and DoubleClick.
Oh,
All
wow.
First blood.
their mission to organize historical information and make it universal.
The new moon will
In
always
October of
rise.
2015, in order to better separate all of the different directions the business had taken, Brin and Page
We will
created a
do
holding company
everything
called
for this
Alphabet
land.
and turned the helm of Google over to an up-and-coming star manager named Sundar Pichai. By the end of 2016,
The new moon
company was
will
worth over
always rise.
$578 million. Its major subsidiary
Has been slain.
search market.
You have been slain.
Computer scientists built this astoundingly successful company, and
Sorry.
Page have been remarkably successful in attracting talented and creative
Honors
like
be
Pichai,
to the elves.
providing them with a a work environment and culture that foster
Alphabet.
the kind of productivity and innovation for which
Request backup.
they've also remained in the forefront of Alphabet's search for technological innovations. But nobody knows for sure what Bryn and Paige have on the drawing board. In fact, outside
Embrace the darkness to fight the darkness. Swift and focused. To the end. The new moon will always.
greater transparency, companies seem to have missed that mark.
Ally has been
Alphabet's
slain.
semi-secret research facility X, also known
I've
as
seen the
Network
moon
Shop
went
Factory,
dark,
has its
and
own
the
website
dreadful
and is currently
darkness
working on
followed.
a self-driving car, fuel from seawater, shot, innovative projects that may or may not pan out.
The enemy has slain the turtle.
Strategic vision, resources and skills
You have been slain.
studying this chapter. You should be able to answer a set of discussion questions found at the end of this chapter.
Our turret has been destroyed.
A photo of a young woman holding a laptop.
Will always rise.
Your team
destroyed a turret.
Sergeant Bryn and Larry Page clearly are effective managers.
Request
They
backup.
understand what it takes
Our
to
turret is under attack. Use the darkness to fight the darkness.
is someone who plans and makes decisions, organizes, leads, and controls human, financial, physical, and information resources. Today's managers face a variety of interesting and challenging situations. The average executive works more than 60 hours a week, has enormous demands placed on his
The new
time,
moon
and faces
will always
increased
rise.
complexities posed by globalization, domestic competition, government regulation,
Embrace the darkness to fight the darkness.
Rapid
such as the
changes.
recession of 2008-2011 and the recovery that really began to take hold in 2015.
Enemy has been slain.
Citing with challenges, but it is also filled with opportunities to make an
Hope is our deepest bond.
organization into unprecedented
Enemy rampage.
success, whereas poor managers can devastate even the strongest of organizations. Point one: after reading this chapter, you will
We will do everything. Turtle resurrecting soon. I am the lone shadow. Launch attack! The enemy has slain the turtle. On the out. You have been slain. You have slain an enemy.
way, we look at basic management skills and roles and explain the importance of corporate culture.
Our turret has been destroyed.
The
Request backup. Our turret is under attack.
The management
I've seen the
process
moon went dark, and the
Objective
dreadful
5 to 1
darkness
describe the
followed.
nature of management and identify the 4 basic functions that constitute the management process.
Enemy unstoppable.
All corporations depend on management. Whether they run a multi-billion-dollar business such as Google or Apple or a small local fashion boutique or tacos.
Hope is our deepest bond.
Request
backup.
These include analyzing their competitive environment, planning,
Shut down. You destroyed a turret.
the teams, divisions, or companies that they head.
Swift and focused backup. Rise.
Someone whose primary work responsibilities are a part of the management process.
I've seen the
Remember
moon
that
went
the principles
dark,
of management
and the
apply to other
dreadful
kinds of
darkness
organizations.
followed. Request backup.
Charitable enterprises, churches, military, educational institutions.
Initiate retreat!
Agencies all need to be managed and therefore need managers. The Prime Minister of Canada.
We will do everything for this. Request backup! Turtle resurrecting soon. Your team destroyed a turret.
Different titles.
An enemy has been slain.
Remember, too, that managers bring to small organizations.
Our turret is under attack.
The ability to make
Been destroyed.
nature and size of an organization.
Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
Important resources. Basic management functions.
I am the lone
Leading.
An ally has been slain.
Physical, human, information resources.
Enemy double kill.
Managers oversee
Swift and focused. You have slain an enemy.
consider the management
Our turret has been destroyed.
shortly after graduating from Stanford and still run the company today. To do so effectively, they must first create goals and plans that articulate what they want.
We're behind in turret. Our turret is under
Rely
attack.
on effective organization to help make those goals.
Request backup.
Bryn and Paige also pay close attention to the people who work for the company, and they keep
Enemy has
while
been
the company
slain.
is performing. Each of these activities represents one of the four basic
Our turret has
managerial
been
functions.
destroyed.
1.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Request backup. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Our base is under attack. Ally has been slain.
Organizing, leading,
Well played.
organization's resources to achieve.
Our turret is under attack. Enemy has been slain.
5.1.
Our turret has been destroyed. All mind on the arrow.
Figure 5.1 full alternative text.
The new
Photograph
moon
shows the
will
CEO
always
of American
rise.
Express, Kenneth Arnold.
We're behind in turrets.
Chairman and CEO of PepsiCo, Trinity. A photograph shows the president and CEO of Apple, Tim.
We will do everything for this land.
Express, Indrani, Chairman and CEO of PepsiCo, Tim Cook, President and CEO of Apple.
I've seen the moon ramped up and the direct result. Ally has been slain. The new moon will always rise.
Determining what the organization needs to get it done requires planning. It has three main components.
Hope
It begins
is our
with managers
deepest
determine
bond.
the firm's goals.
Inhibitor turret is under attack. Ally has been focused.
Shine tactics.
Our base is under attack. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Enemy double.
He is responsible for developing strategic plans to keep.
Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
He must also ensure the strategic and tactical preparation.
Our base is under attack. Honors be to the elves. All mind on the arrow. Our base is under attack. Killing spree. The enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Managers must also recognize people in
Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Ally has been slain. Hope. Our turret has been destroyed. Enemy has been slain. Attack the Lord.
businesses go so far.
Attack the Lord.
Although important, may be too complex to draw as a single box handline diagram. Starbucks has over 18,000 coffee shops in more than
Request backup.
in addition,
Embrace the darkness to fight the darkness.
Organizing.
An ally has been slain.
Management process of determining how best to arrange an organization's resources and activities into a coherent structure.
All mind on the enemy has been slain.
To give orders and demand results.
Our base is under attack.
When leading. Objectives.
Defeat.
Figures such as Walt Disney, Sam Walton, at Walmart, and Herb Kelleher, of Southwestern Airlines, had the capacity to unite their employees in a clear and targeted manner and motivate them to work in the best interests of their employer. Their employees respected them, trusted them, and believed that by working together, both the firm and themselves as individuals would benefit. Howard Schultz has been a very effective leader at Starbucks. Starbucks was the first privately owned business to offer stock options to its employees, and among the first to provide benefits to part-time employees. Communicating with all of its employees. In turn, Schultz holds Schultz in high regard. Leading involves a number of different processes and activities, which are discussed in Chapter 9. Leading. Management process of guiding and motivating employees to meet an organization's objectives. Controlling. Controlling is the process of monitoring a firm's performance to make sure that it is meeting its goals. All CEOs must pay close attention to costs and performance. Managers at United Airlines, for example, focus almost relentlessly on numerous indicators of performance that they can constantly measure and adjust. Everything from on-time arrivals to baggage handling errors to the number of empty seats on an airplane to surveys of employee and customer satisfaction are routinely monitored. Managers focus on the problem and get it fixed. If customers complain too much about the food, catering managers figure out how to improve it. As a result, no single element of the firm's performance can slip too far before it's fixed and fixed. At Starbucks, new products are generally tested in a limited number of coffee shops before they are rolled out on a large scale. But if products don't meet expectation and forecasts, the company is also willing to drop them. Controlling. Management process of monitoring an organization's performance to ensure that it is meeting its goals. Figure 5.2 illustrates the control process that begins when management establishes standards, often for financial performance. If, for example, a company sets a goal of increasing its sales by 20% over the next 10 years, an appropriate standard to assess progress for a 20% goal might be an increase of about 2% a year.
Cyclops.
Figure 5.2. The control process. An illustration shows the control process used to assess whether measured performance matches standards. Figure 5.2 full alternative text. Managers then measure actual performance each year against standards. If the two the organization continues along its present course. If they vary significantly, however, one needs adjustment. If sales have increased 2.1% by the end of the first year, things are probably fine. If sales have dropped 1%, some revision in plans may be needed. For example, managers can decide to lower the original goal or spend more money on advertising. The science and the art of management. Given the complexity inherent in the manager's job, one management is more of a science or an art. In fact, effective management is a blend of both science and art. And successful executives recognize the importance of combining both the science and the art of management as they practice their craft. Point 3. Science of management. Many management issues can be approached in ways that are rational, logical, objective, and systematic. Managers can gather data, facts, and objective information. They can use quantitative models and decision-making techniques to arrive at correct decisions. They need to take such a scientific approach to solving problems whenever possible, especially when they are dealing with relatively routine and straightforward issues. When Starbucks considers entering a new market, its managers look closely at a wide variety of objective details to formulate their plans.
Formulate their
Technical,
plans.
diagnostic, and decision-making skills, which we will discuss later in the chapter, are especially important when approaching a management task or problem from a scientific perspective. The art of management. Even though managers may try to be scientific as often as possible, they must frequently make decisions and solve problems on the basis of intuition, experience, instinct, and personal insights. Relying heavily on conceptual, communication, interpersonal, and time management skills. For example, a manager may have to decide among multiple courses of action that look equally attractive. And even objective facts may prove to be wrong. When Starbucks was planning its first store in New York City, market research clearly showed that New Yorkers preferred drip coffee to more exotic espresso-style coffees. After first installing more drip coffee
Welcome to Mobile
in
Legends!
their other stores, managers had to backtrack when New Yorkers lined up.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them!
Menu and layout in all its
All troops deployed!
and then makes necessary adjustments.
Request backup!
Thus, managers must blend an element of intuition and personal insight with hard data
I
and
won't give
objective
in,
facts.
no
Point
matter
4.
how much more suffering we'll go through.
Becoming a manager. How does one acquire the skills necessary to blend the science and art of management and become a successful
I
manager?
can handle that.
Although there are as many variations as there are managers, the most common path involves the role of
The way of the hunter. Modest, respectful, and sincere. Arrow is my answer.
Wow.
Elves won't give in, no matter how much more suffering we'll go through.
And virtually all CEOs in the United States have a college degree. MBA degrees are also common among successful executives today. Most foreign universities also offer academic
First blood.
a photographing
Flexible, reserved, and understated.
manager. Respected manager.
Ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy! Initiate retreat!
Slain.
Ally has been
Managers
slain.
have not seen the end of their management
Turtle
and
resurrecting soon.
return to campus to participate in executive or management development programs, ranging in
The way of
duration
the
from a few
hunter.
days to several
Moderate,
weeks.
respectful,
Request
Managers
faculty.
also take advantage of extension and continuing education programs offered by institutions of higher education or through online media.
Launch attack! Enemy has been slain!
MBA program offered by
Double kill!
which is
Enemy has been slain!
Where do you think you're going?
managers McDonald's, General Electric, and Shell Oil are among the leaders in in-house courses.
The forest might burn, the moon may be dark, but our hope crushes everything.
Educational development.
Launch attack! Initiate retreat!
The way of the hunter. Respectful and sincere.
Ally has been slain. Initiate retreat!
Handle that.
College students can devote full-time energy and attention to learning. On the
Initiate retreat!
management education is often general.
Ally has been slain. retreat!
Role of experience. This book will help you build a solid foundation for enhancing your management skills. Even if you can't memorize every word in every
Swift,
management
silent,
book ever
and
written,
precise.
however, you could not then step into a top management position and be effective.
Elves won't give in,
Why not?
no
Why
matter
not?
how much more
Management
suffering
skills
we'll go
must also
through.
be learned through experience.
The enemy has slain the turtle.
Positions from other jobs. Only by experiencing the day-to-day pressure.
Forest might burn.
Initiate
retreat, but our hope
Killing spree!
everything.
The real nature of character.
Elves won't give in, no matter how much more suffering we'll go through.
Sorry.
Why?
Organization's first operating employees. People are designed to thrive in their jobs.
Where do you think you're going?
Initiate retreat!
In this way, the
Moon forever shine upon us.
You have slain an enemy! Ally has been slain. Initiate retreat!
try to hire
Initiate retreat!
7.9 even without formal training.
Have been slain. The
For example,
eclipse.
Herb Kelleher was a practicing attorney before he took over at Southwest Airlines and led it to become one of the most successful and admired businesses in the United States. Of course, natural ability, drive, and self-motivation also play roles in acquiring experience to develop.
Back.
The majority of effective managers learn their skills through a combination of education and experience.
Ally has been slain. Initiate retreat! Enemy killing spree!
Administration usually
Sorry.
provides the foundation for a career. The individual then gets his or her first job and subsequently
I can handle
passes
that.
through a variety of management situations. During the manager's rise in the organization,
Our turret has been destroyed.
such as
Shut down! Turtle resurrecting soon! Kill! Double kill! Launch attack!
increasingly, managers
Launch attack! Shut down! You have slain an enemy! Our turret is under attack!
international expertise can be acquired through a combination of education and experience points.
Ally has been slain.
Where do you think you're?
To identify
You destroyed a turret! Enemy has been slain!
although all managers plan, organize, lead,
The Lord! You have slain an enemy! Initiate retreat!
Forever shine upon us.
Enemy has been slain!
middle, and first line management.
Launch attack!
Summarized in table 5.1.
Enemy has been
Firms have
slain!
more middle managers than top managers.
Request backup!
Line managers than middle managers. Both the power of managers
Launch attack! Request
as
backup!
they move up the ladder. Table 5.1.
Your team destroyed a turret!
2 levels of
Level.
management.
Examples.
An ally has slain the turtle!
Top managers. President. Vice President.
My arrow is
Responsible for the overall performance and effectiveness of the firm. Set general policies.
The way of the Enemy has been slain! Double kill! Enemy has been slain!
Operations. Division manager. Responsible for implementing the strategy and working toward the goals set by top managers. Managers.
Enemy has been slain!
Supervisor. Project manager. Sales manager. Responsible for supervising the work of employees.
Your team destroyed a turret!
Ensure ensure employees understand and are properly trained in company policies and procedures. Top managers.
I can handle that. Your team destroyed a turret.
Managers.
My arrow is my answer.
Treasurer.
Request backup.
And chief financial officer.
Why? Ally has been
Performance
slain.
and effectiveness of the
Request backup. Initiate retreat. Killing spree. Enemy double kill. Double kill.
Indranity.
Shut down. Enemy triple. Lord resurrecting soon. Enemy media. You have slain an enemy.
Manager responsible for a firm's overall performance and effectiveness. Managers.
Or prepare for
Who also
destruction.
occupy positions of considerable autonomy and importance and who are called middle managers.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Such as plant manager, operations,
Launch attack.
the
way of the arrow.
management,
Silent and precise.
middle managers, strategies and working toward the goals set by top managers. Point blank. If top
Where do you
management
think
decides
you're
to introduce
going?
a new product in 12 months or to cut costs by 5% in the next quarter, middle managers are primarily
Our
responsible
turret
for
is under
determining
attack.
how
The way
these
of the
goals.
hunter. Moderate, respectful, and moon forever shine upon us.
Products, division of PepsiCo, will like
My arrow is my answer. Ally has been slain. Slain.
Office manager.
Launch attack! Our turret has been destroyed.
Although they
Double
spend
kill.
their time working with and supervising the employees who report to them, first-line managers'
Well
activities
played.
are not
Our
limited to
turret
that
is under
arena.
attack.
At a building site, for example, the project manager not only
Ally has been
by
slain.
the architect but also interacts extensively with materials suppliers, community officials, and middle and upper level managers at the home office. The supervisor of delivery drivers for Frito-Lay products includes
Wise
the
choice.
first-line manager. First-line manager. Manager responsible for supervising the work of employees. Areas of management.
Enemy has been slain.
First-line managers work in a variety
Our
of
turret
areas,
is under attack.
human resources, operations, marketing, information, and finance. For the most part, these areas correspond to the types of basic
Clear up
management
lanes.
skills described later.
Where do you think you're? Launch attack!
Most companies have human resource managers who hire and train employees to evaluate performance and
Enemy dominated. Double
large
kill.
firms.
Initiate retreat.
Departments deal with
Enemy has been slain. You destroyed the turret. Shut down.
a single person responsible
Double
for
kill.
human resource activities.
Launch attack.
Key issues in human resource management in Chapter 10. Operations,
Launch attack.
as we will see in Chapter 7.
Ally has slain Lord. I'm sincere.
Such firms typically have a vice president.
The way of the arrow.
top
Swift,
manager,
silent,
plant
and
manager,
precise.
middle manager.
Well played.
In recent
You
years,
can't run from
some
my arrow.
operations management practices have become increasingly important to a variety of service
You
organizations,
destroyed the turret.
entrepreneurship and new ventures. Innovation.
Killing spree. Shut down.
In 2000,
Double kill.
and by 2000,
Enemy has been
quit his
slain.
day job as a hedge fund manager.
forever
Habitat
shine
has
upon
over
us.
10 million unique visitors every month and has
Your
evolved
team
into a
destroyed a
international
turret.
learning system providing a free education to anyone with web access.
The forest might
In an
burn,
interview
the
with
moon
Stephen
may be
Meyer of
dark,
Forbes
but our
magazine,
hope outlives down. Your team destroyed a turret.
Talent development to their
You can't
compensation.
run.
Launch attack.
Even though as a not-for-profit Khan Academy can't offer big bonuses and stock options.
You destroyed a turret. Forever shine upon us.
Productivity of his
Initiate retreat.
Make it easy.
Initiate retreat. An ally has been
One
slain.
of his goals is to create a library.
Clear up lane.
Stating, it would be very helpful if we're out there trying to make tools and
Never back down or prepare for the initiate retreat.
As an example, Khan is just discovering management for himself.
You can't run from my arrow.
The organization has control, and he's begun to develop a whole new generation of leading and teaching by example.
Forever shine upon us. An enemy has been slain. Our turret is under attack.
Very phenomenon to say the role to get someone to do work. What's wrong? The modern manager is, how do I develop my people? 12. Marketing managers. As we will see in chapter 3,
Ally has been
marketing
slain.
encompasses the development, pricing,
Launch attack. An ally has been slain.
Khan Academy.
marketing managers are responsible for getting products from producers to consumers. Marketing is a special
Initiate retreat.
that manufacture or sell consumer products, such as Under Armour, Frito-Lay, and Apple. Such firms
The way of the hunter. Moderate, respectful, and
For
sincere.
example, a large consumer products firm is likely to have a vice president of marketing, top manager, several regional marketing managers, middle managers, and several district sales managers. Managers. Occupying a fair
The forest might burn, the moon may be dark, but our hope outlives everything.
huge increase in both the led to the emergence
Ally has been slain.
Computer systems
Launch
managers
attack.
businesses are usually
Shut down. Double kill. Launch attack. Enemy killing. Shut down. Triple kill. Shut down. Enemy has been slain.
first
Launch attack.
Out.
some financial
I'm ganking bottom lane.
such as Wells Fargo and State Farm Insurance have even made effective financial management the company's reason.
Where do you think
We'll
you're
discuss
going?
financial management in more detail in chapter 14 and 15. Other managers. Some firms also
You can't run from my arrow.
for example, have public relations managers. Chemical, pharmaceutical, and technology
Launch attack.
such as Dow Chemical, Merck, and HP have research and development managers. The range of
Launch
managers
attack.
is wide,
I can handle that.
Shine
only
upon
by
us.
the needs and imagination of the firm.
You can't run from my arrow.
Enemy has been slain. Ally has slain
forever shine upon us.
Double kill. Attack! Enemy has been slain. Victory!
Management roles and skills. Objective 5 to 3 describe the basic roles and skills required of managers. Regardless of their levels or areas within an organization, all managers must play certain roles and exhibit certain skills if they are to be successful. The concept of a role, in this sense, is similar to the role an actor plays in a theatrical production. A person does certain things, meets certain needs, and has certain responsibilities in the organization. In the sections that follow, first we highlight the basic roles managers play and then discuss the skills they need to be effective. Managerial roles. Research offers a number of interesting insights into the nature of managerial roles. Point 13. Based on detailed observations of what executives do, it appears that many of their activities fall into 10 different roles. These roles, summarized in Table 5.2, fall into 3 basic categories: interpersonal, informational, and decisional. Table 5.2. Basic managerial roles. Category. Role. Sample activities. Interpersonal. Figurehead. Leader. Liaison. Attending ribbon-cutting ceremony for new plant. Encouraging employees to improve productivity. Coordinating activities of 2 project groups. Informational. Monitor. Disseminator. Spokesperson. Scanning industry reports to stay abreast of developments.
Alwa daw. Alwa daw.
Organizational
Tita.
initiatives.
Alala.
Cyclops.
Speech to
Shuttle catcher.
Decisional.
May dubab ka.
Entrepreneur.
May katang pastizo.
Disturbance handler.
Tigreal.
Resource allocator. Negotiator. Developing new ideas and fostering innovation. Resolving conflicts
Karina.
between 2 subordinates. Reviewing and revising budget requests. Reaching agreement with a key supplier or labor union. Interpersonal roles. 3 interpersonal roles are inherent in the manager's job. First, the manager is often expected to serve as a figurehead, taking visitors to dinner, attending ribbon-cutting ceremonies,
Franco.
These activities are typically more ceremonial and symbolic than substantive.
Hanabi.
The manager is also
Ay, buskol,
expected to serve as a leader, hiring
Sakto may kabilin mo.
and motivating
O
employees.
braman amin nun sa monto mo.
A
Baka
manager
siya mga
who
bra
formally
amin.
or informally shows subordinates how to do things and how to perform under pressure is leading.
Mia.
Finally, managers can have a liaison role. This role often involves serving as a coordinator or link among people, groups, or organizations. For example, companies in the computer industry may use liaisons to keep other companies informed about their plans. This enables
X4.
Microsoft, for example, to create software for interfacing with
Selena.
printers at the same time those printers are being developed. And, at the same time, managers at Canon can incorporate new Microsoft features into the printers they introduce. Interpersonal roles. The category of managerial roles, including figurehead, leader, and liaison. Informational roles. The 3 informational roles flow naturally from the interpersonal roles just discussed. The process.
Up. Jeremy, na naman niya assignment sa nilin. Oh, you going to work? Going to work? Excuse me. mi man ma.
Talo, tindarat pinangkuanan. Baka naimas ka taro mo naman no. Kaya ba yung kapay rin naman na? Daan ka maka namin, dapat duwad dyan.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them!
Sino naglako?
The way of the arrow. Swift, silent, and precise. Watch your back.
Request backup!
Wise choice.
Masakit, masakit.
My arrow is my answer. First blood.
Where do you think you're going?
Blade the bow. Flexible, reserved, and understated. Turtle resurrecting soon. My arrow is my answer.
You can't run from my arrow.
Ally has been slain.
Where do you think you're going?
The way of the moderate, respectful, and sincere. The way of the bow, flexible, reserved, understated.
I can handle that. Where do you think?
You have slain an enemy. Sorry.
The way of the arrow. Swift, silent, and precise.
Have been slain.
Silin. Magsilin na ka. Magsilin na ka. Mananakaw yan, ano?
An ally has slain the
Patay ka.
turtle.
Patay ka. Boom, sabog.
Ally has been slain. Enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Ay, lo.
Ally has been slain.
No matter how much more suffering we go through.
Shut down. Enemy double kill.
Hindi yung rotation natin.
The way of the hunter. Moderate, respectful, and sincere.
but our hope outlives everything.
Pag totalo, okay lang.
Wise choice.
Beware of ambush.
Ulam po. Kaya mo.
The way of the arrow. Quest back silent and precise.
May nang karin mo doon.
Forever shine upon us.
Wise choice.
Launch attack. Launch
Alam
attack.
naman.
An ally has been slain.
Silo.
Initiate retreat.
Alam sila marunong.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Where do you think you're going?
Initiate
Karina,
retreat.
may
An
ina ka.
ally has been slain.
May nang nila lang. Luis.
Turtle resurrecting soon. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Request backup. Launch
Ang
attack.
ginagawa ng mga kasama natin.
Beware of
Ah.
ambush. Initiate
Hawak ka
retreat.
dyan.
You have been slain.
Kasi kita natatag guys. Ganito. Gigil yung kasama natin. Huwag ko ito.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Ba't ang baba ng mga kasama? Kasi hindi ka wild mo. Oh, gosh. Pupunta na. Pupunta na. Kasalanan ko. Namatay.
Where do you
Walang
think
gamit
you're
yun.
going?
Oh, patay yan yung iyak ka.
Forever shine upon us.
Watch.
Request backup.
Yung kanina mahina. Wala.
My
Mas
arrow
malakas yung
is
cyclops
my
nila.
answer.
Lakas yun.
Enemy has been slain.
Huwag ka.
Ally has our turret is under attack. You destroy the turret.
Saan na lang?
The way of the bow, flexible, reserved, and understated.
The way of the
Pag-sit
arrow.
ka.
Silent.
An ally has slain the turret. Up lane. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Wala, okay. Diba tinatamaan ko?
The way of the hunter, moderate,
Kapit naman.
You have slain an enemy.
Oo nga.
Launch attack.
Ikaw? Wait.
Push
Hindi ko makita.
first.
Wala ka naman turtle eh. Mamatay ka dyan. Oh.
Enemy has been
Ang
slain.
sakit ng Sicilian. Told you.
no matter how much more
Kasi
suffering
hindi
we'll
ka
go
pita ngayon
through.
Sicilian.
Where do you think you're going?
Yes. Mahukog ka dyan. Delikado ka.
from my arrow.
Ay, dito sa taas. Aray,
Your
okay na.
team
Sorry, guys.
destroyed a turret. The way of the hunter. Unsincere. Killing spree. Now it's my turn. You destroyed a turret. Outlived every weapon. Lord resurrecting soon.
Pupush ako dito.
Eclipse. Enemy has been
Eh, ba't
slain.
ako, nahihayaan mo ako mamatay.
Double kill.
Oh,
Your
yan,
team
gumaganda.
destroyed a turret.
Maganda na.
Well played.
Uy, may isa pa dyan ha. Yan.
Elves won't give in, no matter how much more suffering we'll go through.
Oh. Di wow.
Flexible.
Ako nga, hindi kasi mamatay ako.
Elves won't give in, no matter how much more suffering we'll go through.
Dito lang. Nakakatapos kasi. Uy, back na. Wala ako dyan.
I can handle that.
Wala na sa akin.
Have been slain.
Wala. Uy.
Initiate retreat.
Wala. Wala. Iwan ko yan. Nandito lahat sila. Uy, nagtulog. Ala.
The enemy has slain
Wala
Lord.
na.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Isip na. Isip na sarili mo yung hindi pag gumalaw. Saan ka?
Our
Bilisan mo,
turret
bilisan
is
mo.
under attack.
You're going.
Isip ka, isip ka. Maganda.
Our turret has been
Ubusin natin
destroyed.
yung ngayon. Pwede yan, pwede yan. Basta lumapit ka. Dito
Our
sila.
turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
The moon may be
Dito lang
dark,
sila.
but our hope outlives everything.
Wala. Yan, set ka dyan. Set.
An ally has been Our turret has been destroyed. Our inhibitor turret is
Wala
under
na.
attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Enemy has been slain. Killing spree. Our base is under attack.
Bakit ako na lang mag-isa?
Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
Ang set ko.
Hold out, and we can win. Hold out, and we can win.
Watch your back.
Ang set ko, kakainusip. Dito siya.
Guys, I already got the lace powder. I got 13.
Sila. Dito. Dito. Dahil ako. Sorry.
Enemy unstoppable.
Fine upon us.
Initiate
Hintayin mo na
retreat.
lang ako. Sa taas, dapat mo din.
Respectful and sincere.
Hindi, kaya pa to.
Initiate retreat.
Asa na lang ako sa ano, tanggal. Huwag mo nagbubuhat eh.
Elves won't give in, no matter how much more suffering we'll go through.
Initiate retreat.
Arrow is
Ah,
my
fighting yung isa.
answer.
They're like loving it a lot. I'm just waiting until I get
Alam, patay yan. Ba't kasi nagsolo?
The moon forever shine upon us.
Alam, nakasa pa. Puta.
Been slain.
Initiate retreat.
Hindi ko alam kung sino pagkuloy mo. Isa pa. Hindi.
Has been slain. Defeat.
here. You can keep my diamond boots. Just put it. Just dump it down there. Just dump it.
A brachiosaur notices and walks along with the passing boat.
Sila katabunga ito sa amin sa isot pili. Isot ulam.
Dad, just hold speed boots.
Wait, I gotta go back to the rooms. I gotta listen to my lesson. I get my fucking listen. Listen! Hey, Cortana! You wake. 73104. Cortana.
Bida ka, pero ka.
Nope.
Siya pinatulog, bida ka lang tayo. Ang pakar-pakar ka.
Process of carrying out the interpersonal roles
Magbasa-
places the manager at a strategic
Dungdungdug,
point
and
to
then I have
gather
to
and
answer the
disseminate
questions
information. The first informational role is that of monitor, one who actively seeks information that may be of value. The manager questions subordinates, is receptive to unsolicited information, and attempts to be as well informed as possible. The manager is also a disseminator of information, transmitting relevant information back to others in the workplace. When the roles of monitor and disseminator are viewed together, the manager emerges as a vital link in the organization's chain.
Cortana. What is this simulator?
Designator has a few meanings.
No!
As a verb, it can mean a point to a specified
Cortana.
position.
What is disseminator?
Disseminator has two distinct meanings. As a verb, it means spread or disperse widely. Or as a word, it means noun form of disseminate.
Disseminate means to separate. Spread or disperse. Okay, disseminate. I'm going to disseminate. I'm going to disseminate my fortune. Disseminate. Okay.
Chain of communication. The third informational role focuses on external communication. The spokesperson formally relays information to people outside the unit or outside the organization. For example, a plant manager at Dow Chemical may transmit information to
Esmeralda.
managers so that they will be better informed about the plant's activities. The manager may also represent the organization or chamber of commerce or consumer group. Although the roles of spokesperson and figurehead are similar, there is one basic difference between them. When a manager acts as a figurehead, the manager's presence as a symbol of the organization is what is of interest. others in a formal sense. Informational roles. A category of managerial roles, including monitor, disseminator, and spokesperson.
Spokesperson.
Decisional roles. The manager's informational roles typically lead to the decisional roles. The information acquired by the manager as a result of performing the informational roles has a major bearing on important decisions that he or she makes. Or decisional roles. First, the manager has the role of entrepreneur, the voluntary initiator of change. A manager at 3M Company developed the idea for the post-it note but had to sell it to other skeptical managers inside the company.
Skeptical managers.
The second decisional role is initiated not by the manager but by some other individual or group.
Hilda, when have you?
As disturbance handler by handling such problems as strikes, copyright infringement,
Hayabusa.
problems in public relations, or
Export.
image.
Corporate image.
Decisional roles. A category of managerial roles, including entrepreneur, disturbance handler, resource allocator, and negotiator. The third decisional role is that of resource allocator. As resource allocator, the manager decides how resources are distributed and with whom he or she
Selena.
works closely. For example, a manager typically allocates the funds in the unit's operating budget among the unit's members and projects. A fourth decisional role is that of negotiator. In this role, the manager enters into negotiations with other groups or organizations as a representative of the company. For example, managers may negotiate a union contract, an agreement with a consultant, or a long-term relationship with a supplier. Negotiations may also be internal to the organization. The manager may, for instance, mediate a dispute between two subordinates or negotiate with another department for additional support. A photo shows a group of people cutting a ribbon at a business opening. Managers play a variety of important roles. One key interpersonal role is that of figurehead. These managers, for example, are cutting a ribbon symbolizing the opening of a new business. Ryan Miller / Getty Images.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
Basic management skills.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them!
Managers also need a number of specific skills.
All troops deployed!
Management skills are technical, interpersonal, conceptual, diagnostic,
Diagnostic.
decision-making, and time management skills. Point 14 Global and technology skills are also becoming increasingly important.
Increasingly important.
Technical skills. The skills needed to perform specialized tasks are called technical skills. A programmer's ability to write code, an animator's ability
Never
to
back
draw,
down
and
or
an
prepare for
accountant's
destruction.
request backup. All examples of technical skills. People develop technical skills through a combination of education and
Watch your
experience.
back.
Technical
I'll take the
skills are
purple buff.
especially important for first-line managers. Many of these managers spend considerable time helping employees solve work-related problems, training them in more efficient.
I thirst blood!
You can't run.
Also generally have good human relations skills. Skills that enable them to understand and get along with others.
Where do you think you're going?
Manager
Watch your back.
My ally.
and precise.
Management skills help managers analyze
The
the
way moderate, respectful, and sincere.
levels. Top managers depend most on conceptual skills. First,
The fire might burn, the moon may be dark, but our hope outlives everything.
conceptual skills are needed in almost any job-related activity. In many ways,
I can handle
conceptual
that.
skills may be the most important ingredient in the internet is clearly conceptual in nature.
Conceptual in nature.
Conceptual skills.
Where do you think you're going?
See beyond the situation.
Ally has been slain.
I can handle that.
Select the best. These managers to identify effective strategies for their firm, such as Dell's commitment to direct marketing as the firm's primary distribution model. But poor decision-making skills can also lead to failure. Indeed, poor decision-making played a major role in
Where
the
do you
demise of
think
such
you're
major US
going?
businesses as Montgomery Ward, American Motors, Circuit City, and Enron, and the decline of firms like Sears and Motorola. We'll discuss decision-making more fully in chapter
The
9.
enemy has slain. The ally has been slain.
Skills. Skills in defining problems and selecting the best courses of action. Suppose
You can't run from my arrow.
this is not an especially large CEO salary. By
God damn it.
CEO earns $800 an hour, a little more than $15 per minute. Any amount of time that she wastes clearly represents a large cost to the firm and its staff.
Enemy has been slain.
Most middle and lower level managers receive much smaller salaries than this, of course, but their time is valuable.
Never back down or prepare for destruction.
Wasted productivity.
Productivity.
Time management skills. Skills associated with the productive use of time.
The way of the arrow. Swift, silent, and precise.
Much time deciding what to do with letters and reports. Most documents of this
Initiate retreat. Enemy has been slain.
they suggest
Request backup.
and setting aside a certain block.
Where do you think
to
you're
return the
going?
important ones.
Our turret has been destroyed.
The explosive use of cell phones seems to be making this problem even worse for many managers.
You destroyed. Initiate retreat. I'm sincere.
Time is
The enemy has slain the turtle.
variety of electronic process archives. Global
You can't run from my
Firms
arrow.
managers must equip themselves with the special tools, techniques, and skills needed to compete in a global environment. In other words, they need
Enemy rampage. Our turret has been destroyed.
on a more manageable level. Businesses need more managers who are capable of
stars shine upon us. Never back down. Prepare for destruction. Ally has been slain.
More recently, however,
Enemy has been
transfer
slain.
U.S. managers to foreign locations. This practice helps firms
My arrow
transfer their
is.
corporate operations.
Turret is under attack. Enemy has been slain.
Another significant relates to communication. Managers have always had to deal with information. In today's world, however, the amount of
I
information
won't give
reaches
in,
staggering
no matter how much more suffering we'll
In the
go
United
through.
States alone, people exchange hundreds of millions of email messages every day. New forms of technology have added
Our
to the
turret
user
is under
ability to
attack.
access information while simultaneously making it even more
Away
important.
with the bow. Flexible.
Turtle resurrecting soon.
Ours my bird. The moon
Our
may
turret
be
has been destroyed.
outlives everything.
Lifeblood information. This
Enemy has been slain. The enemy has slain the turtle. Our turret is under attack.
neither time nor place such corporate boundaries as departments closely together. More than
Away with the bow. Flexible, reserved, and understated.
companies are beginning to
Request backup.
building teamwork. We discuss the effects technology has on business in more detail.
Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
Watch your back. My arrow.
Turret is under attack. Enemy has been slain. Initiate retreat. Away with the weapon. Shut down. Respectful and sincere.
Where do you think you're going? Wise choice.
Away with the bow. Flexible, reserved, and understated. Ally has been slain. Lord resurrecting ally has been slain. The wave of the enemy has been slain. Ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy. Sorry, ally has been slain. Hit our everything.
Tommy.
management roles and skills. Objective 5 to 3
Our
describe
turret is under attack.
skills required of managers.
Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
Tools for areas within an organization.
Turret is under attack. Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
Oh!
Has
Mabuhay.
been slain. Enemy grounded. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Ally has been slain. Your team destroyed a turret. Launch attack. Forever shine upon us. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. You're going. Never back down or prepare for destruction. The forest might burn, the moon may be dark, but our hope outlives everything. An enemy has been slain. Initiate retreat! Initiate retreat! Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Forever shine upon us. Watch your back. Attack the Lord! Where do you think you're going? Our inhibitor turret is under attack. You have slain an enemy!
Oh shoot, I got blasted. No!
Request backup. The way of the hunter. Modest, respectful, and sincere. Forest might burn. The moon inhibitor turret is under attack. You destroyed the turret. Initiate retreat. Forever shine upon us. Request backup. Your team destroyed a turret. Enemy has been slain. Your team destroyed a turret. Enemy double kill. Enemy triple kill.
Oh no! No!
Your team destroyed a turret.
Crisis management. Objective 5 to 5 discuss
Launch
contingency
attack.
crisis management in today's business world. Because business environments are often difficult to predict because can create major problems.
Initiate
Managers
retreat.
recognize that even the best plans sometimes simply do not Disney
An
management
enemy has been
notified the
slain.
company that it was behind schedule and that delivery would be
Shut down.
They can generally offer to rebook passengers on alternative itineraries.
The forest might burn,
Because
the
Disney
moon may
had
be
no
dark,
idea.
but I'll everything.
Collecting
Your
his
team destroyed the turret. You destroyed the turret. Your team destroyed the turret. Prepare for destruction.
expressed outrage at what they saw as poor
Victory!
giant. Fortunately for Disney, however, Disney Magic was eventually launched and has now become popular in product. Because managers know such things can happen, they often develop alternative plans in case things go awry. Two common methods of dealing with the unknown and unforeseen are crisis management. Contingency planning. Contingency planning seeks to identify in advance important aspects of a business or its market that might change. It also identifies the ways in which a company will respond to changes. Suppose, for example, that a company develops a plan to create a new division. It expects sales to increase at an annual rate of 10% for the next 5 years, and it develops a marketing strategy for maintaining that level. But suppose that sales have increased by only 5% by the end of the first year. Does the firm 1. Abandon the venture, 2. Invest more in advertising, or 3. Wait to see what happens in the second year? Whichever choice the firm makes, its efforts will be more efficient if managers decide in advance what to do in case sales fall below planned levels. Contingency planning. Identifying aspects of a business or its environment that might entail changes in strategy.
Entail.
Managing in turbulent times. When disaster strikes. From exploding Samsung smartphones to Wells Fargo fraud, companies had their share of bungles in 2016. But sometimes crisis arises from external events. For instance, insurance companies paid out billions of dollars to settle business and personal claims in 2016 due to wildfires like the Rains Fire in Monterey County, California. In addition to safeguarding the company from internal woes, a good strategic plan includes both contingency planning and a crisis management plan that enables a company to recover from other disasters such as fire, flood, computer or network failure, and data loss. While most businesses never see a fire outside their door, network failure and data loss are fairly common. On October 21, 2016, major websites such as Twitter, Netflix, Spotify, and Airbnb were shut down by a cyber attack on Dyn, a company whose servers monitor and reroute internet traffic. Dyn is one of many hosts for the Domain Name System, or DNS, which translates user-friendly web addresses like Amazon.com into numerical addresses. Without the DNS servers operated by internet service providers, the internet could not operate. The attack was identified as a distributed denial of service, DOS, attack used on hundreds of thousands of internet-connected devices like cameras, baby monitors, and home routers, all infected with malware to flood the company's servers with traffic until it collapsed under the load. Such attacks are becoming more and more common, and there is evidence that they are also becoming more powerful, more sophisticated, and increasingly aimed at core internet infrastructure providers. Security researchers have long warned that the increasing number of devices being hooked up to the internet, the so-called Internet of Things, would present an enormous security issue. In this case, the attack was aimed at the Dyn infrastructure that supports internet connections. While the attack did not affect the websites themselves, it blocked or slowed users trying to gain access to those sites. A graphic of lines of code with the words data breach and cyber attack within the lines.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
/Getty images. Strategists note that
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
Push first.
Smash them!
Structure to cloud computing networks as their systems enable to attack.
think
Even
you're
so,
going?
In March 2017, Amazon's web servers, the largest and most secure in the world and serving such notable companies as
You can't
the
run from
Securities
my
and
arrow.
Exchange Commission, Adobe, and Amazon
Adobe.
itself, suffered an outage internet functionality around the world. A typo in a
Arrow is.
Amazon's capacity to serve. A single innocuous command issued during a routine debugging attempt caused a series of cascading failures that shut down
Elves
the
won't give in,
storage.
no matter how much more suffering we'll go through.
Persona. What is cascading?
Away with the bird. And turn their faces. First blood. An ally has been slain.
Initiate retreat.
Dead ball.
Ally has been slain. The way is flexible.
It really better.
Planning helped them do exactly that. Disney learned from
Turtle
its
resurrecting
first
soon.
ship. The ship was launched a year later. Managers allowed for an extra 2 weeks between when the ship was supposed to be ready for sailing and its first scheduled cruise. Crisis management.
Attack the turtle!
This is an unexpected emergency requiring
Elves
immediate
won't give in,
response.
no matter how much
Manalangin
more
lang.
suffering. Ally has been slain. Or prepare for Attack the turtle! But our hope outlives everything.
Dealing with emergencies. Buy and sell energy-related commodities.
Commodities.
If a
Never
terrorist
back
attack
down,
or natural
or prepare
disaster
for
strike
destruction.
centers, essential business. Consequently,
Initiate retreat.
Duke have created secondary
Launch
trade
attack.
Where do you think you're going?
Enemy has been slain.
secondary
Launch attack.
Ally has been slain.
firms
Enemy
have
double kill.
comprehensive crisis management strategies.
Why? Ally has been slain.
7% U.S. business.
Game! Where do you think you're going?
Enemy has been slain.
Wise choice.
Launch attack.
Push first! The way of the arrow. Swift, silent,
Turtle resurrecting. Request backup.
It may be dark, but our hope outlives everything. Push first!
Request backup.
You can't run from my arrow.
The enemy has slain the turtle. Has been slain. Enemy has been slain.
Push first! Elves won't give in, no matter how much
Don't
more suffering
really
will
matter. Attack speed main.
My arrow is
Initiate retreat. Turret has been destroyed.
Holy shit.
good game.
Your team destroyed a turret.
We're equal in turret.
Destroyed a turret.
Never back down or prepare for destruction.
Push first.
Dami.
Initiate retreat. Push first.
Where do you think you're going?
Our turret has been destroyed.
My arrow.
Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Enemy has been slain. Initiate retreat.
Turtle resurrecting soon.
Push first.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Push first. Initiate retreat.
Good game.
Ally has been slain. Request backup. Request backup. An ally turret is under attack. Request push first. Our turret has been destroyed. Initiate retreat. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Push first.
Reserved and understated. The way of the hunter. Moderate, respectful, and sincere.
Push first.
On us. Been slain.
Enemy has been slain.
Contingency
Push
Planning and
first.
Crisis Management. Objective 5 to 5 discuss contingency planning and crisis management in today's business world.
Request backup.
Where do you think you're going?
Really matter.
Our turret is under attack.
Mahina pa ako, boy. Ang damage.
Where do you think you're going?
Shut down. Killing spree. Our turret is under attack.
I can handle that.
Don't really
You have slain an enemy.
Forever shine.
Launch attack.
Ayun na yun. I'm out.
Hold down, and we can win.
All attack speed.
Push first.
The way of the hunter. Moderate, respectful, and sincere.
Push first.
My arrow shine at
Initiate retreat.
slain. Monster kill. Enemy has been slain. Attack.
Na.
Hold down, and we can win.
You can't run from my arrow.
Attack the Lord. Initiate retreat. Attack the Lord. Launch attack. You have been slain. Launch attack. Team destroyed the legendary. Launch attack.
Yun lang.
Wise
Yun lang.
choice.
Yun lang.
An ally has been slain. Request an ally has been slain. Launch attack. Our turret is under attack. Back.
Cancel ba yung
Our turret has been destroyed. Request backup.
tapang ko eh, di ba? Ako lang to. Na 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 na.
Where do you think you're going?
Request backup. The way of the bow. Flexible, reserved, and attack the Lord. Backup. Ally has been slain. Request backup.
1-7.
Merry Christmas!
Request backup. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Request backup. The initiate retreat. Initiate retreat. An ally has been well played.
Merry Christmas!
Well played. Defend the turret. Never back down or prepare for destruction. Request backup. Request backup.
Watch your back.
Request backup. Initiate under attack. You have slain an enemy. Has been destroyed. Request backup. Our base is under attack. Enemy has been slain. Double kill. Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
Yo!
attack!
Clear up lanes. Our turret has been destroyed.
Launch attack!
It don't really matter.
Launch attack! Launch attack!
The forest might break. The moon may be dark.
You destroy the turret!
Everything.
Initiate attack! Launch attack!
Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
Initiate retreat!
I can handle
Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Request backup!
The way of the arrow. Swift, silent.
Never
Defend
back
the
down.
turret!
Or
Gather
prepare
for team
for
fight!
destruction.
Do not solo! Your team destroyed a turret! Defend the turret!
You can't run from my arrow.
Forever shine undisputed.
Request backup!
Eyes won't give in, no matter how much more suffering we'll go through.
Shut down! Initiate retreat! Enemy double kill!
Why go?
Defend the turret! Killing spree! Our base is under attack!
Defeat.
Ayoko na.